Bring your whole victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in the state with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. That's it, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know, stay with.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Kansas City Chiefs
and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Starts with a run by White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Mark, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. On that play, they held up quite well.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From midfield, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Flushed out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Justin Ross
from 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On first down, Carr.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything in the coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on second and 10, Carr.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A gain of 13 yards. And the first down, Chiefs.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 40 now on second down. Mahomes, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
But, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He completes it right side away.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorten the sticks.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before? It's my turn now to make the big.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jamal Agnew from 21 yards away. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Hunter Nighswater on to punt now on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on.
Lee switches on to Dinwiddie on the drive. Got in the lane and finished with the right hand. People forget, this guy was an outstanding offensive weapon with his size, his ability to score, shoot the 3-point shot, get to the paint, play out a big role. He has the
and it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Interesting to know. Roberts are really
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as he'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hardman to return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return, here's Agnew. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot in the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this, they could click for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's got White here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That's complete to White. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we already know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to submit it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mahomes now to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle, Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now here's Mahomes. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
I did not wait. I rushed it.
And the Raiders are going to get this back.
Damn, I rushed that bad.
First possession of the third quarter and interception, so maybe a second tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 35 on second down. Carr over the middle, complete. That's White. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. But just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense to quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
Oh, this motherfucker couldn't cut the ball.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Carr now on 1st down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. From midfield, here's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him ground more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he is going to be taken down.
My players.
And that should be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession
What position that motherfucker play?
Dinwiddie on the baseline drive. Great cut and flush by Wood. Dallas looks outstanding this first half. Really worked hard for a team that only played 3 preseason games. This is a finely tuned machine at the offensive end. That's going to be an offensive foul on Langdon.
First down, here's White. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with White. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's White. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul not only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
They ain't let me hike the ball. They ain't let me hike the ball.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And now look at this.
This nigga that fumbled the fucking ball.
And the Raiders pick it up.
This nigga that fumbled the ball.
We hear coaches say all the time, one starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick six in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Set to get this drive started. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter, getting down to the good stuff. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the gun, it's Carr. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Finding Hardman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Mahomes will throw. Locates Hardman for another catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It drives some people crazy to see their short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And it's good. And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Chiefs, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1.
You can see the difference when Rich looked organized in late game situations. I can't remember the last time he did that. And that's good guard for him. I want to give